What up? It's Ace the OG. I'm back on the video. So the title of this video is going to be the reason why I locked my hair. So admin notes, thanks again to all subscribe to the channel. I endeavor to keep pushing it out. If you leverage, the better yourselves. Let's get into it. So the reason why I locked my hair. Now I know this is not normally a topic that I would normally talk about on the channel. I haven't necessarily niched down yet, but you know, sometimes I get on the channel and I don't really care too much about the algorithm. I'm just gonna speak my mind and actually talk about topics that have come to the forefront, and I believe that I need to talk about for a little bit. So if anybody been following me for a while now, and if you go back into my earlier videos within the last 2 years, I had a, I guess what you can call like a curly fro to a certain degree, right? I had, I guess I had long hair. Like my hair shrinks when it grows. If I was to blow my hair out when I had my fro, it would be like really out there. And I started growing my hair out after I retired from the Army back in 2018. And you know, I would, you know, put product in my hair, curl my hair a little bit. My hair is naturally wavy, so when I was in the Army, of course, I always had to have a shortcut, and you know, I would brush my hair constantly to make sure the waves are spinning. You know what I'm saying? Actually, crazy enough, I had a soldier when I was an instructor in Korea. That was in competition with me. You know, I would come to the trailer. I taught inside of a trailer at a camp in Korea, and this soldier would come in and he would compete with me with the waves, and I was saying, seeing how, you know, how his waves were spinning, how mine was spinning or whatever. So it was kind of funny. But you know, I had long hair. I would say probably about half my childhood. I remember seeing a picture of myself when I was 5, and my mom had cornrows in my hair. And then eventually she cut my hair, and I would, you know, have a little small fro. And then close to the time that I was going to leave high school, this is around the time, this was like mid-90s, late 90s. And of course, Allen Iverson was a, you know, he was a coming up basketball player. I don't think he actually put cornrows in his hair until he got into the NBA, I believe. But you know, guys were rocking cornrows before then, right? So I was in college at Norfolk State University, behold the green and gold, and you know, everybody was having cornrows, long hair. So I said, why not? You know what I'm saying? Like it had been a while since I had long hair. And then 2 years later, I joined the Army, and I remember clearly when I got to basic. You know, when you go to basic, you go into reception and you fill paperwork out, and then you go into a line within the first 24 hours, and all the guys have their hair cut off. Like literally, like not necessarily bald, but I mean like really low. And if you're having to facial hair, they have you go in the bathroom and they have you shave all your facial hair off, all that stuff, right? And it's a hygiene issue, because you have a lot of guys at one space and at one time, and you putting your gas mask on for training, and you putting headgear on, and the hair just really gets in the way. So they want to make sure the guys are not impeded by having hair, long hair. So, you know, I kept a low cut. I had to keep a low cut for 20 years. Could not have long hair at all. I think I grew my hair a little bit out to a certain degree when I was in California. And, you know, I was getting real close to being out of regulation. So I had to cut it down. So when I left the Army, I was like, yeah, it's about time to grow my hair out, right? So I immediately grew my beard out and my mustache. I don't see myself ever cutting this off. And I grew a little fro, and as it grew, I wanted, you know, make sure it looked really neat, and so I curled it up. And after a while, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and just start locking my hair, because, you know, like I said, I've always liked long hair. I've been used to long hair for a long period of time, even though I spent 20 years without long hair, but it was always in me to have long hair. And, you know, being in the IT field, the IT field is kind of funny when it comes to hair, because, especially with guys, because in the IT field, it doesn't matter what what concentration you have in IT, like, you know, wearing a business suit, having business casual on, you're just making sure you have yourself really, really neat when it comes to clothes. It's not practical. You know, I'm always on my hands and knees on the desk, setting up equipment. I'm under the floor because in server rooms you have false floors that have cable running under it. So I'm inside floors running cable. Sometimes I'm inside of a ceiling running cable, picking up equipment, moving equipment. Sometimes equipment can be dusty and dirty. I mean, so like, you know, just a really, really, really clean cut image is not really practical, even though I'm not saying that I come to work looking crazy, but you know, just having that really business type look, it's just not practical in a lot of IT concentrations in IT. And you know, I'm a nerd, you know, so I read a lot. You know, I'm really technical when it comes to a lot of things. And you'll notice that a lot of folks in IT field are in the same space when it comes to their visual aesthetics. But you know, having locks is definitely something that I think I'm gonna stay with for a very long time now. And I know in the black community, a lot of times locks are kind of frowned upon when it comes to the business sector. And it's really kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, for a long time in the military, a lot of black soldiers couldn't have their hairstyle in a certain way, and I'm talking about, you know, black females. And I want to say within the last couple of years, they've actually allowed black females to have locks, to have some other hairstyles that weren't allowed before. So kudos to the military for being up with the times and actually allowing black women to be able to wear their hair the way they feel comfortable. Because I know that was a really big issue. I know a lot of black soldiers that I had, a lot of black female soldiers. They were constantly wearing wigs. They couldn't wear their braids really thick, and it became a serious problem. I know it did. So, you know, I'm really happy that the military has actually have changed that rule. But you know, when it comes to black men, I think sometimes depending on where you're at and depending on what kind of space you're in, it almost seems like, you know, some folks think that having locks is kind of juvenile to a certain degree, and I don't know, it doesn't seem juvenile to me at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really love the locks, and you know, it's just something I'm really comfortable with. Having the product in my hair wasn't necessarily an issue, but I did notice that, you know, even though I have natural wavy hair, a lot of times for me to actually have my fro looking very nice, I would have to, you know, to comb my hair out. And because I have really thick hair, you know, I would be in the shower and I would comb my hair out, and then you know, I would get out the shower and I'm seeing hair and I'm like, hey, this is not it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to like really go through a process to make sure that, you know, I'm coming to work at least looking decent. You know, I don't want to go to work looking all crazy. So you know, the locks is a very comfortable look for me. I think it's actually become kind of like a trademark when it comes to my look, and it's just something I really enjoy. And I'm definitely looking forward to this lock journey. I just locked my hair, I want to say April, May time frame of this year. So you know, it's just one of those things I'm definitely going to keep rocking with. I hope you guys like it. for lack of better words. You know, I know for myself, I'm definitely a person that I don't really care about what people think about me when it comes to looks. And my wife, it took some time for her to get used to it, but crazy enough, every single person in my house have locks now, with exception my mother-in-law. But you know, myself, I have locks. My oldest son been having locks for years. He always had long hair, even from birth. Like, he didn't have his first hair because he was like 8. So he has locks. My middle child, my middle son, he has locks. My daughter has micro locks. And my wife, she just started her micro lock journey about 2 months ago. So we all locked up. You know what I'm saying? So drop some comments in the comments section below. Let me know if you guys have locks. What was the reason why you got locks? What's the reason why you decided to keep locks? I think locks is definitely a very easy thing to maintain. Well, especially if you're constantly being able to have your locks twist. But there are some free-forming locks that some black folks have as well. which don't necessarily need to have a lot of twists done to it, but you know, it's as long as you keep it neat, I guess it's all good. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, I appreciate you guys. I love all you guys. If you want me to discuss this topic or subject that benefits your channel, email me at acedog757@gmail.com. My email address is in the description below. Say so G, signing out. I'm gone.